Hey there, it's One Boom, and welcome to I Need a Weapon. In this series, you guys recommend me classes down in the comment section below, and I use them and review them on a scale of 1 to 10. Enjoy the video. So, today's class comes from Jesse Koss, and he wants me to use the Mercenary class. The Mercenary class consists of, and is not limited to, and I'll show it on screen right meow. Here we go. We have the ICR-1 assault rifle with quick draw and stock, XM53 rocket launcher, no attachments. For tactical and lethal, we have a frag grenade and a concussion grenade, and for perks, tier 1, flak jacket, tier 3, awareness, and tac mask. Now, as you could see by that picture and the gameplay, I have gold on this gun. I love this gun. I know a lot of people dislike it. A lot of people think it's too low damage. It just doesn't do enough stuff. You have the Man of War, the HVK, the Can 44, which all deal way more damage per second than this weapon. The thing about the ICR is it's consistently low damage. You won't get a 3-shot kill with it, but the recoil is so low and so manageable and so predictable that your kills are so consistent. But enough about the weapon. I'm not really reviewing the weapon, although I love it. If you don't like it, give it a try. I love running quick draw, some sort of optic, and usually long barrel. But here we have this class, and this class has stock and quick draw. The iron sights are fine, so the lack of optic doesn't really bother me. Stock in this game is considered one of the worst attachments in all of history in time and space. It doesn't do enough in a lot of people's minds. But in my mind, if stock was any more powerful, if stock was any more useful, it would be overpowered. Black Ops 3 is a game about corners. If you saw my Tiny Tactics, almost said Tiny Tips, my Tiny Tactics video, where I talked about it's all about checking corners, it's all about making sure that you are watching head glitches and doorways and windows and making sure that you're constantly watching these areas, so you're peeking corners and you're moving methodically to stay alive. If stock was powerful, then aiming down sight and walking around ready for a gunfight would be overpowered. That's why stock was considered such a god tier attachment in Black Ops 2, is because it's a very similar style of gameplay, and if I can move just as fast while aiming down sight than without, then I'm gonna win a lot more gunfights. Therefore, stock would be considered an overpowered attachment. So stock isn't a bad attachment. There's no downside to it unless you want a different attachment. Although I don't normally run it on the ICR, I still enjoyed using it that way. The XM53 will never be bad on a class unless it's a sniper class. I love having the ability to take on enemy streaks, and enemy streaks in this game are fairly weak. They're easy to take down, and the XM53 does a great job. Lethal and tactical, I like having those. It definitely makes gunfights a lot easier to win. And for perks, flak jacket is definitely not a bad choice. Perk 2 doesn't have anything, which I'll talk about in a second. And then with awareness and tac mask, now that is a very good combination, because I get concussioned a lot, and I do hear a lot of people with awareness, especially, I think you'll see at the end of the gameplay, I switched to super crunch because I didn't realize I was still on Treyarch mix and I couldn't hear footsteps very well. But yes, awareness is great for hearing footsteps, especially if you're using super crunch or bass boost in the audio settings. But so there's no tier 2 perk. What's the big deal about that to me? Well, I would have definitely traded out the concussion or the frag. Most likely the concussion, because I love getting frag grenade kills. I don't think I got any in the gameplay, but I have over 600 frag grenade kills. Anyway, I love Fast Hands, the perk, and the perk as itself is extremely useful for winning gunfights. And also it makes switching to the XM53 that much easier. If I'm going to be using a weapon that's going to be outdamaged by any other assault rifle, I want to be able to get my first shot on. I want fast hands so I can win gunfights easier, and I want it to be able to switch to the XM53 and throw my grenade a lot faster. It's kind of a crutch to me in Call of Duty to be able to do things faster. If I can do it faster, then I want to do it. No matter how small it is, I want it to be faster. I want my gun to fire a little faster. I want to be able to aim down sight faster. I want to throw my grenade faster. I don't like waiting, especially in COD. It's not that I'm impatient, it's just something in my mind that kind of says, if I was a real soldier, I would do things fast. I feel like I would do things a lot faster. I wouldn't like take my time throwing my grenade. I'd fucking get that shit out of there. And so keep that in mind when making classes. Do you need the advantage? Because again, outside of my personal bias, this gun I do think it needs that extra advantage in close range gunfights. So make sure when you're making a perk setup, make sure that you pick the perks that are right for the class. Now this weapon in this class is weak. It is a very weak gun in terms of damage. So you want to have any advantage you can get when it comes to winning gunfights. So you could have gone the full route with this being an anti-score streak class, or an anti-camper class, or a resistance class, but this class does actually do the versatility thing. You could have equipped blind eye, but instead you went flak jacket and tac mask, so you're resistant. You have lethal and tactical for clearing rooms. You have a secondary that takes out streaks, and you have a solid, dependable assault rifle. All these things make me extremely happy because as much as I would love to have fast hands, this isn't a gunfight winning class, but we have stock and quick draw. This isn't a camping class, but we have flak jacket and tac mask. It isn't a, and we also have awareness, but we also are attacking. We're on the offense. We got stock, we got quick draw, we got grenades, we got tacticals, we got a rocket launcher. It's a versatile class. That's what I'm trying to get out here, and that's what he says in the comments. He says it's supposed to be a versatile class. Also, he said in the class thingy comment, anyway, what he said was he wanted me to play Mercenary Mosh Pit. I entirely disagree with the idea of Mercenary Mosh Pit. I think dodging clans is kind of dumb. I think Mercenary Mosh Pit should be in the game, if not just for when you're sick of running into clans, not so that you avoid it altogether. Because it's really fun to beat up on a full team, and it's really fun to find a full team that is just so hilariously bad, or ragey too. I love finding people with mics, like a party of like 30-year-olds that get on after they have their dinner with their wives and they get a beer and they hop on Call of Duty. I love hearing them call me a little faggot camper when I shoot them in the back as I'm jumping into the air doing a somersault. If you're an older COD player, why does every older COD player call everybody a camper? Anyway, I enjoy playing standard mode. So Mercenary Mosh Pit is to me, and if I was gonna play Mercenary Mosh Pit, I would go full tryhard on a bunch of probably noobs. If you're going out of your way to avoid any sort of confrontation with a decent team, then you might be a little scrubbish, and I might hop in there just to kick your ass. That's just my 2 cents. But anyway, this class gets a 10 out of 10. I enjoyed using it. I played with it for a couple matches. I am fluent with the ICR and all the perks and attachments that are here. I enjoy using them. I love this class. It's a little bit of everything. It's a great starter class when you get the ICR. I recommend it to anybody. 10 out of 10. Thank you for recommending it to me. I'm definitely going to keep this class in mind when I need a versatile class to use for myself, and you guys should too. So anyway, if you guys want to leave me a class, you do it in the comment section. Don't do it on Twitter. Don't do it anywhere else. Don't contact my family. Don't call my personal phone number. Don't send me pictures of your genitalia. I just want you to leave classes in the comment section. I want to see no other comment on this video except for a class. Make sure it's not silly, goofy, or trolly. I want a class. I want to be able to review classes for you guys. I bumped my mic, and on that note, I'm going to see you when I see you. That's my outro, apparently. Goodbye! Your outro's so immature. Fucking grow up, Ian. Oh.